Hopefully, the weather getting bad. It's finna storm, so I ain't gonna be here long, y'all. Then I went out there. I seen one of my old homies came through this bitch so hard, y'all. This car he got, Lord have mercy, so beautiful. We were debating about who. I said I know who ride through him like that right there. That's the only one in the city that ride quite like that. My son like, that ain't him, that ain't him. I said, I guarantee you when let him come back through him. When he see me, he gonna stop. And I said, I told my son, I should have bid him some money. That car so clean, y'all. He have to keep that thing put up. Cause these folk in the dirty side, they low down, they roguish. They want everything everybody else got. But it was really nice to see him. And he come through so sharp with the top let down and everything. Big butt. Well, what they call them? It's a donk. He said that's an $85,000 car. Now you know that's bread. Mm-hmm. But it was so good to see him. I said, yeah, you finna go and put it back up. And he said, yeah. But yeah, we back y'all for a few minutes because the weather finna get bad. But it was nice. I had to go out there and my son what was wrong with my phone. Cause when I go to my bay house, it be hooked up to his Wi-Fi, so I ain't know if something was throwed out, but the weather getting bad. The weather getting bad. And that shit's with it too, baby. But yeah, like before I got up there live, I want y'all to check out that series, the movie series called Smoke on what I said, Prime TV. Yeah, it's the blue, the app. If you got got all that stuff on your TV, that'd be a good thing to sit down and get you something good to drink and eat. And it's a lot of action. Yeah, we bite good. We bite good. I rented law throwed me out so I could see him because he don't stay in Georgia no more. As soon as I went out there to ask my son, here he come. I said, God damn. I said, I know that's him. I know that's him. But he was raised here around us. You know what I'm saying? And he still come and see everybody in the neighborhood. And when he come through like he always have. Dead ass showstopper. Like for real. That thing got red leather interior on it, black, shiny, big old, them big rims on it. You know, that's a big old car, them donks. That thing it's like a show car. I know he have it in shows. It's a show car. That's not his everyday car that he ride around in. Cause you know there are folks that hurt you about that type stuff. Especially around here. Chrissy Dupree, did I speak to you, sweetheart? Mary, hey baby, how you doing? Misty, what did you love? But yeah, the Lord made that go out. I had to see my boy. Cause he gonna be gone back where he stay at now. But it was really nice to see him. Really nice to see him. But yeah, y'all check that out. Like I said, I ain't gonna be on here no long time. The weather finna get bad. Gonna keep knocking the seat now. It finna storm. My son said, more than my dream car. I said, get it together. You can get it. Get it together. You can get it. And then he was teaching them how you can build them. But the type of money that he's put into this car at $85,000. So imagine how much money he done won out of shows and all that right there. Cause everybody can't do it like him. I swear they can't. And he's so good looking, child. I had to go smile at him. I ain't fooling around. I just had to go smile at him. That's all. Give him a hug and everything. Let him know I'm still proud of you. Stay safe now. Cause these motherfuckers see you going down that road. They want this bitch. They want this bitch. And they so roguish nowadays. You know what I'm saying? They don't go get their own stuff. They want to take from people. I was on live earlier. Whether that be material possessions, y'all. When you see a jealous-hearted person, they dangerous. They dangerous. Or when they feel like they entitled to everything somebody else got. Those are very dangerous people. We seen this go on this app. I like I said, I went on live last night. I was chilling with my bae. I went on live today because we did everything. It was just me and him today. So this is my first time. These ass don't got in him because I had that door open. This is my first time coming on live. And then I caught a bit of glam. And, there's just like all this harassment that they doing to people online One in particular, our favorite girl, Miss Carver. You understand what I'm saying? It don't got out of, it been out of hand. It's been out of hand. But you just wonder what kind of sick, demented people can do stuff like that. Mental illness is real. Mental illness is real. And when they play on the elderly and the disabled people, you know, what you call it, like mentally challenged people, little kids, the vulnerable, them some dangerous people. Them some dangerous people. And we seeing it getting worse and worse and worse, and it's like they just trying to buckle down on her and buckle down on her. You said, Kendra, is that a movie or it's a series? It's a series. Real good. Because Kendra do not watch no TV, child. Real good. It's called Smoke. But Glam and Diva got a live schedule for later. That's why I went on and came on. And they, you know, just trying to uplift the mood and that back and forth stuff. See, like, if they know it get to you, they gonna lock down on you. And that's what they doing. And they doing it in masses. But I really do think it's time for law enforcement or somebody to step in, because it's don't got out of hand. It's one thing to have a back and forth, but when you go to stressing people out, they can't rest. You know what I'm saying? You mental anguish and stuff like that. That's beyond mutual combat. That's beyond that. That's beyond that. So I just came on to chit chat with y'all for a little while, not trying to get my, you know, I don't have me a good time. I don't want to hit a miss, but see, it's bad. It's just bad, and it getting worse and worse and worse. And they doing it. They over here they doing it to Miss Carver, cause they know most folks will come find they son of a bitch ass and they fucking family. You understand me? That's why the bitch is doing it. Motherfucker would have been fine y'all motherfucking ass if I thought it was you, bitch. Take a vacation so fast. But that's why they doing it. That's why they think it's fair game to do it to her. I told you about them goddamn bushes to be moving. Bridget, on my way to do, love, how you doing, sugar? Said, hey, Kendra, hey, squad. I got dressed up to go out to an event, and it's pouring down outside. Yeah, it's starting here now. Go down, hit that door on these gnats don't got in here. Trying to look at that car. I said, that's the CIA, child. Will find your ass. You better believe you'd have been a fine ass doing all that unnecessary shit. Said the bush is moving. It's the CIA or the motherfuckers or the motherfucking goons. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Them goddamn goons that had them bitches moving. Shit, you better leave people alone. You better leave people alone. Them goons are damn sure had them bushes. Your grass moving under your vehicle. Everything will be moving. Them son bitches come out there. All you see is goddamn beams. All you see is beams. This shit is for real. This shit is for real. You up there harassing. The door open. Unlock the door and still got to get up.
I don't look when you look through the curtain.
You looking for who?
I don't look when you look through the curtain like this.
Shit, I thought it was David in there. They still out there?
Oh, the door was locked.
It wasn't locked.
Okay.
But hell, they'll tell them where they going.
Yeah, they go.
They gone? Well, lock it back then. Lock it back for me.
Yeah,
I thought it was them, cause he do that, got the key and still be fucking knocking. That shit be pissing me off. Said they hella good. Thank you, baby. Cigar will not be marked. I did a video with scripture warning them. They don't know the Lord. They ain't gonna listen. They do the work of the devil. They ain't listening to that. That's why they doing it. Your spirit will convict you if you know the Lord. You wouldn't do no mess like that. Some bitches need to be knocked the hell out of. I swear to God they do. So if someone in some shit, they would wait for you in them bushes. If someone in, if some, if someone in some shit, they'll wait for you on the roof of your fucking house. When they bought their life, and it's someone that really bought their life, you ain't gonna be bothering their grandmama and stuff like that. Man, them folks will come take over your fucking city before they let that happen. Especially where I'm from. I'm in the dirty side. Honey, those some bitches become swarming with the stuff they doing, and then they don't call names, even if it ain't you. You know what? It'll be you then. It'll be one of you. And hell, they gonna catch wind. You know so-and-so fucked up over there? But they said she was calling somebody. They don't know who it was. They ain't see nobody. Or then they just said they heard some whispers and they lit up their house. And that's how the fuck they do around this bitch. They will light your shit up. Hell, this goddamn house been lit up and it ain't had nothing to do with her. Motherfucker was running through the motherfucker in your heart. I said, I tell you what. But it got real quiet after that, cause look now, who was that running? But and who was that popping? Cause if you knew you couldn't see him, you know you were popping this fucking house. Or who the fuck was popping? See, now that's another issue. You know what I'm saying? That's why when they say people just unalive and unalive and unalive, yes, because if you get one of mine, we're gonna get 10 of yours. If I get 10 of yours, you coming for 15 of mine, it ain't gonna never stop. It ain't gonna never stop, but that's the way it is. That's the way it is. Yeah, they'll get somebody that ain't got nothing to do with it to make you know they ain't to be fucked with. You sitting there calling that lady phone like that, one of your children going somewhere, and then boom, stop fucking with people. Stop fucking with people. Then you on the internet bragging about what you doing and stuff like that. You don't know who in the fuck will come get your ass. You don't know who will come do it. So that's what I'm saying. It just too crazy. Can you play Tasha Cobb? Nah, you can play it. I ain't playing the music on my channel. You can play it. I ain't in the mood to hear her. Said, hello, Kenny, how you been? Missing you. Take care. You taking care of my son. Yeah, I'm see about that ass. And keep him in line too. Kendra just hurt me to the core to see what they're putting Miss Carver through. They think what they're doing. I'm telling you now, you gonna bark up that wrong motherfucking tree. And them goddamn bushes gonna be moving. See, they think they can do it to her. She might just eventually ignore them. So when it don't work with her no more, get what? They gonna try it with somebody else. And that's when you done fucked up. That's when you gonna be done fucked up. Cause these some crazy some bitches out here, they think they crazy. You wanna play on the telephone, them bitches will come in your house and do something to you. Can you get the fuck out from over here talking about some goddamn Tasha Cobb? Why you can't play it? You over here fucking with me? You go play it. Get your ass on. Talk to the Lord. Fuck Tasha Cobb ass. You better get right with Jesus. Go talk to him. Go read his word. Damn what she talking about. They gonna fuck around and find out because they don't believe grits is grocery. I'm telling you now. I've seen this shit out so many times. It like, my baby was telling me it's a guy and girl that worked with him. He been putting his hands on this girl. And her son was tired of seeing it. He done got him in his neck with a knife, and he gone. He gone. Boy, when but 17 years old, he gone. Everybody ain't gonna stand for you doing stuff like that. Now y'all, they were talking shit about when I had to correct my son, cause they don't got into their little stuff. Well, at least it didn't have to go that way, cause it could have went worse. Cause I'm not gonna allow you to beat on no fucking body, nobody. You understand what I'm saying? Now I got you to stop you, but I wasn't maliciously just whooping on you. You understand what I'm saying? This just happened. This just happened. But they let that boy out. He done, that man had did a lot of stuff. His family upset and mad, but see, you got to learn to keep your hands to yourself. I don't know who Dwayne Dibley is. I've never heard of them. But you understand what I'm saying? Well, who gonna sit there and just let you keep doing stuff like that? Other than a damn fool that just scared of your ass. Ain't too many people scared of your ass to stop it. It's some, but it ain't too many. I don't have to know you to help you. Somebody over there doing you in. No, get your motherfucking hands off them folk, bitch. But see, what I'm saying, had I sat here and act like I didn't hear nothing, and just, I got to get in this bitch to see what's going on. Because it don't sound right to me. And you ain't got no business even talking loud in here like that. With no mess. So, y'all understand what I'm saying? But this boy walked in with this man whooping on his mama once again, and now that man is no longer alive. Yeah, I'm about 4 days ago. On the street that I just moved from. On the street that I just moved from, that's where this happened at. But see, you ain't got no respect. Even if y'all gonna fight, you doing it in front of their children. You got some women to start too now, but you doing it in front of their children. Teenage children. That boy went and got that knife and got him. Keep your fucking hands to yourself. I'm a whole vibe. How you doing, sweetheart? You know, they talk shit about me like, oh, he was over here whipping me. Now, you in here trying to fight with that girl and I ain't gonna play that shit. Because she could have easily got something and stuck your ass with it. You see what I'm saying? So I had to stop it. Whether that mean me getting some bruises, I ain't scared of no fight. I ain't never been, I done told y'all that. I ain't scared of no fight. But you ain't finna just whoop on nobody. Said suspicious. Who left? Tracked the accident. And the person that did the tracked the accident, they left. I got to read up on that because I don't know. I haven't heard anything about that. And you're not really telling me what happened. Well, I'm just saying that. Now that, I don't know what went on with that. But I'm just saying, the domestic stuff, if you that immature and you cannot control your emotions, maybe you need to be by yourself. You need to grow up. Said facts, people always have something to say. You were protecting his girlfriend. Absolutely. Do you think her mom would tell me thank you? As a mom, if somebody would hurt my child and they stopped it, do you think I would tell them thank you? But they, oh, he doing it. Fuck that. Y'all let y'all do anything, not me. I get in the paint with your ass. You know what you would do, but you never know how far the other person. Which I don't even know what I would do. I don't even know what I would do if I get mad enough. It could be very easy to take a bitch up out of here, depending on what the fuck they done did to me. Yeah, cause I got a temper like that. Yeah, I'll never. She thank me. Good. I get so goddamn mad. Been a fuck them bitches all the way up out of here. Been a fuck my, trick myself out the streets. So yes, you would, but probably not their mom. So as a mom, if somebody was beating the hell out your daughter, and somebody, the person that stopped it, you don't think they'll be thankful for that? Unless something wrong with them. Miss Gigi, what it do, boo? So you predicted them both for real. Yeah, anything could have happened. Right. But as a man, you need to be able to do better than that. You need to be able to do better than that. Because there's some women that'll get your ass up out of here now. I've seen that happen too. Yeah, some people are different. But hey, I wouldn't give a shit because I ain't finna let my child fuck her up and go to jail. Get your hands off of her. Because just by you touching her, you could have went to jail. Just by you touching her. If I would have called, the devil your ass would be right now. And her too, because she was fighting back. They both were fighting. In Georgia, when it come, if y'all put your hand on each other, oh, both of you motherfuckers going to jail. Charlie, both of you going. So we are in a time where people better keep their hands to themselves or they might not be here. Yeah, we seeing it all the time. And whether they respected it or not, I'm not going to sit and watch it. I'm not scary. I ain't scared to goddamn grab up and knock out this motherfucker. So why black folk always against black? White folk do it too. You better look it up. Mexican worse than that. Don't come here just talking about no black folk. Shit. You better goddamn look it up. Shitting me. I'm talking about a Mexican to fuck each other up bad. Man, please. Y'all be talking about black folk. Go look at other folk and compare us to them. Then you say, well, shit, we all human, but look at what these motherfuckers be doing. Look at them cartels. Go. Y'all don't talk about us. Y'all love talking about black folk, and it be black folk that say stuff like that. It's not, we ain't the worst. I promise you that. We are not the worst. You just got to know, you got to be educated on what's going on around you. We ain't the worst. I promise you that. I put money on that. I dated a dude in college who I fought and I hit him back. I didn't want to stop dating him, but my dad put his foot down, so I'm glad they got in because I was young and said, yeah, and you want to know no better, and when they start hitting you, it just get worse. American tradesmen say I respect you a lot. Thank you, baby. I appreciate that. They just always talking about black. Yes, they do. Always black folk. Go look at these other folk. I bet you'll be scared of they motherfucking ass. Talking about you'll run the black folk when you go around some of these motherfuckers I know. You'll be glad to be around them little messy black folks that you know. They ain't gonna do you half as dirty as these bitches will. That's because you don't know nothing but black folk, evidently. Try, please. And everything that got dark skin is not a black person. Know that we actually fight and stand up for what's right for our kind. We march, we ride. We put a stand for each other. Yeah, we speak up. We speak up. They think they just talk about us so bad. But you got to look at what's around you, honey. You got to look at what's around you, and then you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. You know, happy Saturday, Kendra. Evil does not discriminate, and it does not, Ballers Mom. No, it does not. I done seen a goddamn one of my, y'all know I'm way around it with the people that I date. You know, I had that one Hispanic. They were on a job site one day, and two of the workers, they had words about, you know, when I get ready to scale down this ladder, you supposed to secure it like this and secure it like that, and I don't have to come up off this thing 2 times cause it be leaning. Well, it was done on purpose, and that man fell from, I think he said, about 13 feet, and nobody on that crew crawled down, and all these were Hispanics. Nobody crawled down there, scared down there to help him. mm, the evil shit. They didn't like him. That's why his whatever he had to scale up that bitch with was secured. You know, they had harnesses and stuff. I don't like that. None of that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And that's when I realized how they are with each other. Almost say, no, Mexican people, they not good to each other. He said, they not good to each other. I done woke up so many morning and I done seen broken bottles. They were staying across the street from me. I'm saying, who in the fuck keep busting this glass right here where I got to pull my car out at? I'm out there early in the morning if I can pull my car out, sweeping glass out the road. Well, while I'm in there sleep, they been over there jumping on each other, busting bottles right here in front of my fucking house. So I had to talk to him about that. I'm not going to keep cleaning this glass up. Why do y'all keep doing that? They done got drunk and they start fighting each other, but when they fight, they cut and stuff. They don't do too much shooting each other. They cut and whoop each other with something. Mm-hmm. So they not getting, they get drunk and fight each other and thinking they be fighting each other harder than a bitch. I had went to take my baby. My baby was about 12 years old. They had their boutique down in Fort Valley. Dude was customizing them Air Force Ones and stuff, right? But they say if he ain't there, I guess he move around from, where the different malls and stuff was at. So when we got down there, he went down there. My baby wanted them shoes so bad. So we shooting back up the highway, trying to get up there to Macon, see if we can catch him at his last stop for the day. Child, I come down that motherfucking highway, and all I see is a red figure. It looked almost burgundy. And it was side the road doing this. I said, what is that? What is that? You know how they put them little blimps and they be, they put the little air in the thing, like for the children and it be doing. But it just didn't look right. And I was in an Acura. That bitch was pushing. I was going by 80. When I got up on it, I realized it was a man. It looked like somebody had poured paint all over him. So I hit my brakes. I went to goddamn, I had to slow it down. Because he had to made it to the side of the road. It wasn't in us out there that you could see no houses. It just, for traffic. I didn't know where the fuck that man came from. But I hit my goddamn brakes and I said, that is a man. And when I backed that car up, my son started screaming, Mama, don't get out. Mama, don't get out. Mama, don't get out. So I got out and I started flagging cars down. So I wouldn't be the only one out there. You got the traffic going this way, 3 lanes, and the traffic going that way, 3 lanes. So everybody that was going this way, I was running towards traffic, but I was in the, the little side lane. He kept saying, Mama, don't get out. Mama, don't get out. When I got all them folks to stop, that man, the Mexican, in the woods, it was a mobile home park, but you couldn't see it from the road. That man had made his way to the highway, and all you could see was blood trail coming. But when the police got there, they tracked that blood all the way back to these people's porch. They were acting like they were sleeping there, and all this happened on their porch. But see, we in Georgia, baby, with your illegal ass. They locked all they motherfucking ass up. That man had been beat with a hammer. And that was his blood. He had been drinking. So his blood was skeeting everywhere. They came and got him. It worried me. 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 It was puddles everywhere. So I knew the ambulance that picked him up. And I called down there and I said, I know y'all can't give out personal information, but I just want to know, because I was the one that called, if that man made it alive. And she said, yes, he did. Yes, he did. That's all she could tell me. Yes, he did. I said he came in there by ambulance, been beat with a hammer everywhere. And the boys that did it, if I hadn't stopped y'all, they were walking behind him, acting like they couldn't understand no English. They were coming to finish him out, but he made it to the road. So I looked, he had real bad acne. Real bad acne. He had the darkest, demonic looking eyes. Ugly motherfucker with little spiky hair. About 8 months later, I was a supervisor out there. And so I would be all over the place. When I went to that production floor, I seen them eyes and that acne skin. And of course, these big eyes are very recognizable, y'all. He kept staring at me as I stared at him. So I went to asking people, I said, do y'all know him? Do y'all know at lunchtime he hauled ass and we ain't never seen him no more? He was one of them ones that beat that man with that hammer. He was one of the men that beat that man, and it was an old man. They beat him with that hammer. But see, we had a lot of Hispanics. I knew that I would never forget them fucking eyes. And then I'm talking to you, and you act like you don't understand what the fuck I'm saying. They play dumb like that. He left at lunchtime. It was almost lunch when he saw me. Because I didn't work down there with them. My office was way down there in the shipping. But I had to bring stuff down there and, for shipping purposes. That bitch seen me. He ain't come back no more. He didn't come back no more. Is that David? Now I'm working, do the boot, and it raining out there. What you want? What up?
Hey, babe.
I'm all right. I'm working. What's up?
Let me get 50, bro.
50 what? 50 cents.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I started working in a half hour now.
They let you come back out there?
Huh?
You gonna be able to handle when they fuss at you?
Nah, I ain't in the warehouse, I'm truck.
I know you can't stand when nobody fuss at you.
Oh, you still remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Now I'm going down there today. I'm trying to get me a bill before the storm hit.
It finna hit too, huh? Here go. 75.
No, thank you.
You welcome, baby. Lock that door for me.
All right. I appreciate you.
You welcome. I like that color blue. I need to get me a shirt like that color.
Hey, now you ain't drunk enough. You ain't.
I'm on live, so don't come in with your damn mid. Lock that door. So let me get damn 50 wood. Like you said, $50, 50,000 wood. Yeah, they act like they don't speak English. Yeah. Yeah. So when I look at a person, I look at them for details about them. And certain stuff, it don't leave you. And that's why I recognized him walking behind that man that day. That when they got the fuck on, but they still stood back because they didn't know we were gonna pull out until them ambulance came. When the ambulance got there and the police pulled up, that's when they went to walking back up in there where they came from, and the police went right on up in there. I said he came out of there. He came out of there. He damn near walked in the road trying to get some help because they were behind him. Yeah, but they always want to talk about black folk. Child, man. Them folk be fucking each other up. Them cartel. Think it's a gang. Like when they came on him with that bullshit and caught themselves putting my address out and put them folk address out. Let me tell you something. If I didn't tell them, I didn't know who did it. 5 of them folk came to my house that night. Because I just told them, like, they done put your address up here if people start coming to your house and everything. I showed her. They pulled up my address, but they pulled up the other people's house. And they was trying to be cute. And they put that up there. But let me tell you something, bitch. If I would have showed them who the fuck y'all were, you been some done ass bitches. Them motherfuckers that don't play. They do not play. They say, well, who is? I said, I don't know. They just told me that my address was up there, and when I looked at it, it was not my address. I told you them bitches will feed you to the alligators. Put your ass, you be in the inner tube riding down the goddamn river somewhere, bitch. Tell you now. But they do that fuck shit. And it bees like that. Don't be like that, y'all. I told them people, I said, I don't know. Then, when I went over there, when I seen the address, the picture, I said, these stupid motherfuckers don't put these folks shit on here. Girl, you talking about some dangerous motherfuckers. I said, I know damn well they ain't put these folks shit on here. Talking about when they put, it was me, I think they did me and Shamar at the same time. I said, that's not my, I got so goddamn mad. I said, that ain't my fucking house. That is not my fucking house. And y'all don't realize who house y'all just put up there. These motherfuckers ain't legal from around this bitch. And they dangerous as hell. I went over there, that girl said, she ain't understand. So, she was trying to tell me, like, when they got back, she was gonna let them know. I said, I was gonna call the police, but I don't want to send the police to y'all house, because I already know that illegal shit going on. So I wasn't gonna call the police, because it wasn't my house. But I ain't want them to have to be involved with the police. You see what I'm saying? Because I already know what's up with them. Child, I was sitting there on live, and I heard her knock at the door. I said, who is? I said, and they said, do. I said, you at the wrong house. And they kept knocking. They came, so I got up to see who it was. I said, who are these motherfuckers out here? They were on my deck. But I saw her. I said, oh, she claimed she didn't understand what I was saying, but she heard police. So she done brought all them so they could get an understanding of what that was all about. So I told them, I said, but I did make them a promise. I said, I'm not gonna call the police because I already know. You know, y'all ain't square business like that. And that lady was like, I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. And then she said, do you know who it is? I said, nah, baby, I don't know. I said, you know, on the internet, they just do stuff like that and they don't tell you who did it and all that. That's the only reason you bitches ain't fucked up now. Because I told them I didn't know who did it. If I would have gave them a name, y'all bitches would have been fed to them alligator or chainsaw like a motherfucker, because them folk crazy. I ain't Vicky in chat, baby, but what I'm saying, you gotta leave these folks, stop fucking with people. Because you just never know who you fucking with. You don't know what make a person tick. You don't know what's in it. You don't know who you fucking with. You just don't know. I'm telling you now, I had a landlord years ago. I knew he acted weird, but he was old. and stuff. And he appeared to be nice, but I ain't know quite what wrong with him. So I was young. I had the money and everything, but I ain't my credit. I ain't had no credit and all that right there. So I looked in in the paper, and I saw this property rent to own. I mean, for rent by owner versus going through a real estate company. Because I already knew I ain't had no credentials. Hell, I went about damn 19. See what I'm saying? So I called that man. It was pouring down raining. I'm talking about it was pouring down raining. And I thought it was odd that he didn't say, well, we can meet. It was storming. He wanted to meet then. He wanted to rent the property, but still, it was odd with the type of weather. So I was like, well, okay, yeah, I can meet you because I'm trying to, get my place. So I rented from this man for a whole 2 years before I knew that he had been to jail. He was about 76. He had been in jail for 30 years for unaliving a couple people. And he was my landlord. And he liked me. I'm like, this old ass man, like, So when the new landlord came in and bought the properties, that's when I felt the most safer with him. And I rented from him for 20 plus years. The ones that bought it from him. But Mr. Gunner was a unaliver. He was an unaliver. And I saw that bitch every month at my house. Till them people told me, yeah, look, he was an unaliver. And he was my landlord. He just had got old. But he had already been in jail. What? He did 30 years. You don't never know who you dealing with. Me and him ain't never had no problems. But the people over there, his family was in real estate before he got into all that. You understand what I'm saying? I seen that man, I'm looking at him like he old. That bitch will do you. Done been dead some folks. Done been dead some time. But he just done got out and got property. That's why I say you know what you would do. You don't know what the other person would do. Or done did. So all Missy gotta do is show us the head. Let's see the target paper. That's it. She's not gonna do that though, because it would be obvious if something happened to them people that she possibly pointed them toward them people. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother ball game right there. That's another reason why they do it. That's another reason why they do it. But yeah, he'll be in there looking so goddamn crazy, trying to flirt. I'm like, I don't got my high now. Get your rent money and go on somewhere now. And y'all know I got a map out there, bro. I'm sick of you coming in here with this damn flirting and shit with your old ass. And he already done did 30 years for taking a couple of bitches out. And he meant to. Yeah. And he was my landlord. Everybody not playing. Everybody not playing. And I ain't know that till after 2 years of him being my landlord. They were like, yeah, his family, they own this part and they own that part, and they used to own that all of that over there. They're like, yeah, that's him. He the granddaddy of them. And I'm like, did my landlord? They're like, yeah, he already did 30 years. Unlike 2 people on purpose. Got into it with them and unalived them and did 30 years. And got out. And got, I guess, family got property. They done left him some. And then when he became a landlord. And he talking about, well, I'm getting a little old for this. I can't keep up everything, and it's costing a lot of money. So it's gonna be this, he said, his wife was with him. And got a wife. It's gonna be this, young man come by here. Cause he interested in buying these properties from me. He's a little bit younger than me. She said, a little bit? Won't you tell the damn truth? You're damn old. That man is 38. She said, a little bit? He was about 78. And my new landlord there was 38. Coming to buy all the properties from him. He said, yeah, he's going to be stopping by here. To check out all the properties and stuff like that because he's interested in buying. But he's a little bit younger than I am. He why I bust his ass out. When that man came, that man looked like a motherfucking model, honey. I'm telling you, big tall white man. Nice cut groom man. I said, damn. Not like him. But he did end up buying the properties. And that is who I had been with after all these years. But yeah, Mr. Gunn thought he was still young. He's a little bit younger than me. Why don't you stop lying and tell the truth? You're damn old. That man is young. He's only 38. This motherfucker 78. So maybe he was still acting in the 30 years. Girl, he had to be. Girl, y'all so crazy. Girl, he had to add them 30 years in there. Because when I seen that, I said, what in the hell that man talking about? Boy, he looked like this man when he was young. Hell, now my landlord looked gooder than a bitch. Now, where you key? Do the boo, this better not be you now, because I already told you I was on live. Where your key at? I don't know why you do that, though.
Set my thing up for me.
Set what up? This?
Food credit.
Who?
Me and Hope, we finna do it up.
With what?
Food?
On here?
No, on Hope.
What you talking about?
Food credit.
You too?
Yeah.
Do y'all even know how to do that?
Now I'm trying to ask you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's legal shit.
I'm trying to tell you what's going on.
I gotta teach you about that, but that's legal shit. You cannot just speak on a personal establishment.
No, we ain't food critical. We just reviewing.
That's the same thing.
Same thing. It good.
But you gotta know the legal ramifications to that when it comes to YouTube, because that's a person's.
Okay, well we got you.
But I'm gonna teach y'all.
Okay.
But it's legal stuff to that.
Okay, I know.
Yeah. They ready to get on here, Chad. They ready to get on here. Danita Moore, what it do, boo? They eat everything, eat very well. So now they interested in doing food reviews. But it's a lot of legal ramifications that go along with that. You can't just come on here and speak on a person's establishment. That's their brand. So you got to know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, they want to do something. I'm going to teach them. But they're going to have to do the work, and I'm not going to do it for them. I teach them how to set the page up, but all the learning, and there's some real learning there, because your ass will be in court so bad. Let me tell you, that was my son. In another, I forget where it was, these people had a hot sauce. And this lady went on a platform, and she said some nasty things about this person's brand. The brother saw it, and whatever, it wasn't in the United States, but wherever it was legal for her to go to jail, and they locked her up for her and his brand. So when you get into that food critic stuff or critic of anything, you got to know the legal ramifications of that. Kendra consult for money. Consult who for money? I'm not finna do their homework, Ballers Mom. I'm not doing their homework. I had to do mine. And I'm still learning. I'm not doing their homework. I can't hand it to you. I can't just hand it to you. That's what wrong with you now. See, they want to just eat and go. You can eat and go live and just show them, oh, we eating this, we eating that. But you still, you can't be calling that business name if it ain't good. You know, you got to learn the laws for that. You be on told them folk business apart. Cause like, I watch a lot of them. I watch, what their name is? Oh, shit. He got a funny name. They well known, though. Is it, LA Try Guy? Yeah, you can't come out here putting your mouth on nobody on stuff that they build and think the law ain't gonna come at your ass. Oh, no. This is their brand. Especially going into their establishment, coming out of there with some stuff. You can do it, but you just got to know the laws behind it. That's what I'm telling them. You're not finna go out there right now and I let y'all go live and y'all talking shit about these folk food. No, you can't do it like that. No. But you need to be truthful, but that's just your opinion. That doesn't mean everybody gonna feel the way you feel about these people food. You know, just cause you didn't like it, that don't mean all the other millions of people that done tried it don't like it. It's legal. Say, these people don't understand it's illegal to dox. The first mention of the personal business in a negative way is yes, that's illegal, of course. But going into a person's establishment, you know what I'm saying, and they ain't gave you permission, you ain't talked to them about doing a feed review on them. You know, you got to sign paperwork and stuff like that on certain stuff. But you give your honest review of it, but that doesn't mean everybody else is gonna feel like that. That's why a lot of people ain't gonna let you come in their restaurant and do that shit. You wouldn't bring your ass in mind doing it. And then what's the other guy? They some bosses now. Now, Darius Cooks, he do it, but see, he know the legal ramifications. He know what he doing. You can't just go in there and sit down in these folk restaurant with no camera, for one. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Not like that. You can't do it like that. And I'm not finna sit up nothing for y'all to be out there, bot drunk, talking about these folk food, and none of that shit. Right, get the throwing up on him. And Keith, oh, he real good. You know, real good. But he know the laws. Because that's someone's establishment that they built. It doesn't mean you have to like it, but it's in which way you do it. It's in which way you do it. So think about it. You can give a review about a food purchase from... Think about it. You can give a review about food purchase from DoorDash. You can do that, but you still got to tell the business name where you got it from. And they may have several locations. You know, all of that. You gotta learn your craft. If this is something you want to do, you got to learn it. You can't just come in here and be like, Mom, set my YouTube channel up and no, you can't do that. Now if you just talking about general stuff like I do, yeah, you can do that, but not no food critic. Well, you just came up with that idea. Just be thinking of stuff. No, this shit for real. That's why it ain't for everybody. You can't just be using these folks And think you finna come up out them? Oh, Lord, you be in so much trouble. Hey, Candy Jones, how you doing, baby? State laws are the most important. Yes. And YouTube. YouTube. You coming on YouTube's platform critiquing a person's craft. Whether you like it or not, is guidelines in which way you can do that. A lot of them don't got in trouble. A lot of Keith Lee has been in some shit before about this same stuff. Cause he's so well known. He done been in some shit before too now. Uh-huh. Then I think LA Try Guy, him, and what the other one name that he be with sometimes. They do collabs. He well known too. It because he spit the food out. He spit the food out. I'm like, this shit is nasty. So the management reached out to him and said, you know, maybe that particular dish, you wasn't informed as to what was in it. Maybe it's something that's in it that you don't eat. You know, stuff like that, y'all. If you don't like onions, you can't go in there and get no goddamn blooming onion and then tell everybody, oh, this is disgusting, because you don't eat onions. You understand what I'm saying? But you done went in there and got the blooming onion with mushroom, knowing you don't eat onion, but you won't come out here and tell these folk how disgusting these people establishment is because you bought something that you don't eat. That's not fair to them for you to do that. Yeah, so she called them to come back. And the management, when they came and sat down, she talked to them, the owner. Yeah, and you don't even not eat damn onion. But you want to talk about these folk restaurant because you ain't know what the hell you were ordering. I'm serious. They'll fuck you up bad. You don't even know what a bloomer onion is, but you don't ordered it, and you don't even like onion. And then you don't go online with all these thousands, millions of people you got and tell them my food ain't worth a shit. And I'm going to get your ass. I'm definitely going to get your ass. You sit there and say, well, I ain't like onions. But you ordered something that made solely from an onion. This a big fucking onion. They're like me ordering that. I don't eat onion. But I said, ooh, Baltimore restaurant was just horrible. Everything tasted like onion. You ordered the onion, bitch. See what I'm saying? There were illegal ramifications around that shit. You can't just destroy nobody what they built and you don't know what, you can't even fucking read. You end up pointing at pictures and you don't know what the fuck that shit is. A food critic gotta have a well-rounded palate. They eat any and everything. Most people don't. Most people do not. Food critics are special people. Just because you see them doing it, it don't make it that easy. Because I only eat what the fuck I eat. I don't eat onions, crunchy shit, or celery that ain't cooked down, and, you know, all that other mess. They end up pointing at pictures and talking shit about your goddamn restaurant. Talking about a critic. You finna get criticized in this goddamn court. I fucking my goddamn restaurant. Mm-hmm. I only teach them how to get started if they do the work and learn exactly what is required of a food critic. Because you is not finna be up here with that mess. It's shaming me. It's shaming me. Keith Lee like to got somebody. Keith Lee, with one of his reviews, had a restaurant really, really losing business because people value what he says. A lot of times, that's why I tell anybody, you can't just get up here and say any and everything out your mouth because you don't know who value your opinion. And if they're just gonna run with what you say. You understand what I'm saying? LA Try Guy will tell his audience the food is nasty without saying a word. Yeah, but long as he don't say it, that's fine. Long as he don't say it, or if he say this is just not my cup of tea, little bit dry for my taste. Could have used a little more flavor, but you just like, oh my god, this fucking shit is trash. And you sitting in these folk restaurant. Instead of asking them, well, let me see if it was just the cook tonight. Because it all depends on the cook. I don't give a damn where you go. And see, that's why I don't want to do a restaurant. I want to do a food truck. Why? Because I don't trust people with my food. With what I put in it. I cook from my soul. You hear me? I can't teach them how to do that. So, if I ain't the one cooking it, I don't know what the fuck you eating. I don't know what the fuck you eating. So I'm not gonna stamp nobody cooking my food. That's why whatever I do, it gonna have to be small, but make a lot of fucking money. Something that I can do myself. Cause I don't trust you with my macaroni and cheese. I don't trust you with my goddamn neck bone. I don't trust you with my goddamn turkey neck. I don't trust you with my motherfucking collard green. You understand me? I don't trust you with my fucking cornbread. I don't trust you with my rice pilaf. Cause I add shit that I cook for my soul. You know what I'm saying? So it gonna have to be small, but it have to make a lot of money to where I can sustain myself, but I'll be able to handle the crowd myself. That's why I would have to do it in like a I don't do buffet, but it'd have to be like in like a what they call, where I can cook up pans of greens, pans and pans of greens, have them in the freezer. You know, stuff that you can cook ahead of time. My macaroni and cheese, I do it the day of, but the only pans gonna go in the oven is the pans gonna be served right now. The rest is ready to come out of that refrigerator and be put in the oven, and don't burn it. Don't burn it. I couldn't be no food critic either because I don't eat every damn thing. I don't eat a lot of shit. Most shit I don't eat. And just because it's something you don't eat, it's not fair to those people that cook that for you to tell the world that their food is nasty. Second, you don't trust mac and cheese, unit cheese, out the box. No, they ain't even cook my macaroni and cheese like that for y'all. They ain't even cook I make a roux. I got to make a roux for my macaroni and cheese. They ain't finna fuck with my macaroni and cheese or nothing. Outside, I got to put some gravy on them bitches. And it can't be no oily gravy. It got to be homemade gravy. So Keith Lee really shut Atlanta down with his reviews, especially Candy and Escape OLG. See what I'm saying? But I heard a lot of people say that it wasn't to their liking. But that don't mean everybody. You ain't finna fuck with my macaroni and cheese. Just don't boil some noodles and put some cheese on it. Where my goddamn roux at? Where's my roux? Did you put any chicken seasoning in them noodles when you were boiling them? Just a little chicken broth in them damn noodles when you boil them. And then did you cook them to the right consistency? Because that macaroni and cheese got to go back in the oven, so you can't cook it all the way done because it's got the finished bacon in this damn oven. See, you not fucking with my goddamn macaroni and cheese. And then you gonna talk about my name on this motherfucker. No, it ain't. You ain't fucking with my goddamn food, period. So, Kim, you so pretty in that rose color. Thank you, Vicky. I appreciate it, baby. Been out there getting good loving from my babe. Yeah, I ain't finna let them feed them folk no anything. And I cooked it. I didn't cook that. You know, And I always felt like that. I always felt like that. Some people just throw some shit together and think people just supposed to eat it and buy it. No, and who told you you could cook? Why are you even in a restaurant? See, that I couldn't be no food critic or I say that. What is this? All that shit out the can. You got to have fresh collard greens and stuff. And green beans too. You know, them snap beans. They'll get them out the can and they'll put a lot of grease in it. But you can tell the difference from when they've been cooked. Like they supposed to be cooked. Now they might be good, but these ain't fresh. These are not fresh. Why, how you know? Cause they too fucking mushy. With all them big old onions laid over in there and all that right there. That shit came out the can. You can look at the onion itself. It be a translucent color, but you see them ridges in the onion when they came out that can. And then they'll try to throw some taters in there and boil a little meat and throw it in there afterward. Good, get them goddamn things out my face. There you go with them glory. Hubba, you ought to be ashamed of yourself with that glory. Just try to cook you some fresh ones. It's so easy. I said, why is we here? Why is we here, Ike? About that bullshit food. You talking about when you tried to make Tina eat that eat the cake anime. She ain't want that shit. Her mama make fresh cakes and sisters and shit. Nobody don't want this box ass stuff. It done sat up there and got a crust on it and it done got too hot to get mold on it. And you think I'm finna eat that goddamn shit? Twin world. It's a turner. Yeah, eat the cake. And everybody she ain't want to eat that shit. You eat it. And then let me tell you something too. I know it be for like entertainment, the cooking shows and stuff like that. They really do use too many ingredients to make any one thing. It do not take all that shit to cook. They got all these peppers and you know how much you done paid to cook all that mess and then still ain't good because you don't know what the hell you doing. You just thought because they seen red peppers and yellow peppers and bell peppers in there, a couple of onions. Some people don't like chunks. You can put too many chunks. And so my child grandma, she cooked like that. Why you got all this shit in here? You done bought up the whole goddamn vegetable section and put it in there while I don't eat it. Everybody don't like it. They texture it. A lot of people texture people. Just like children. You know, you got children, they might start out eating one thing and then later they don't eat it because of a texture thing. It's a texture thing. You know, put all these peppers and shit. You got more peppers than meat in this motherfucker. I don't want that. Get them peppers. Now, I like the flavor, but you got too much shit going on in this fucking pot for me. Okay, Amanda, baby, you have a good day at work, honey. Do not let them get on your nerves. Chunks, yes. Oh, baby, let me tell you something. Less is more when it comes to potato salad. Don't you put no motherfucking onions in there. Don't you put no celery in there. Just enough of them damn sweet pickles. And not them damn dill pickle cubes. Cause they bitter. Don't put too much in there. Don't put too much in there. Cause I ain't gonna eat it. I ain't gonna eat it. Get that shit creamy enough, but with some chunks. I like to use red potatoes for my potato salad. I ain't saying I'm the best cook in the world, but I don't eat everybody's shit neither. And when I cook my shit, it don't be no one left. You putting all that shit in there. I'm not want no onions. I don't want onions and shit if they ain't cooked. How about some raisins? No, they be putting raisins in potato salad and chicken salad. Now I will eat. I wouldn't cook it like this, but it is a place that make Georgia Bar make they chicken salad and they put pecans in it. That's cause I'm from the South and we say pecans. We love pecans, but when they put too many in there, the longer it sit, the pecans make them sweet. Make that, and they probably already done put a little sugar in there. They be doing too fucking much. Blue crabs and beer, yeah, that's good. They cook it in them, and all that do, I guess it's kind of like a tenderizer and detach it from the shell a little bit. But any crab you cook too fucking long. Blue crabs are, I don't even cook them bitches cause you got to cook them live. Now y'all got to talk to Trees about them blue crabs. I don't fuck with them. That chicken salad fire, yeah, it is. But to keep them onions out of it, keep that celery out of it, put the basic stuff in there, and just put a couple of pecans in there, and baby, that shit is bomb. Because like I said, the longer it sit, that sweetness gonna come out of them pecans, and most people already done put a pinch of sugar in just to cut the bitterness from the mustard and the mayonnaise, the oil from the mayonnaise. It marries all the flavors together. But if you put too much, don't nobody want no sweet potato salad. Don't nobody want no sweet devil eggs. But you use just a pinch, but don't get heavy-handed with that shit. And you got sweet pickles in there, so they already got a little sweetness, but it's a different type of sweet. I've never went to culinary school, but I know how to cook. I can't tell you what it is, but because you got sweet pickles, you're going to only add just a pinch of sugar. That's just like with peas and stuff like that. You don't want the peas sweet. I eat them sweet on my plate. But everybody don't want them sweet, but they don't want them bitter either. But I got some relatives, they like bitter collard greens. I would never like them. I would never like them. They like bitter collard greens. That means you just cook them and don't put no, then they cut the bitterness out of them. My first cousin, she like that. She love bitter collard. I can't eat them motherfuckers. But you gotta keep in mind, everybody don't like sugar. Everybody don't like sugar in they stuff. But hell, ain't nobody gonna like it if you put too much. But see, with these two, right here, they'll feel like I just shattered their dream. Okay? They'll feel like I just shattered their dream. And they won't take into consideration that this is what I've been doing now for over, on all platforms, a good 8 years. I know what I know when it comes to this type of stuff. That's why you don't see too many people doing certain things because of the laws. I still talk to them about it, but then they'll be like, I don't want to do that. Cause I can't just come on here and say what I want to say. No, you can't. This is business. That's their business. You went and patronized their business. You owe them a due diligence to be respectful to them and their establishment, just as well as you want people to respect what you got going on within your establishment. If you don't like something about it, come talk to me directly before you come and tell the world that you didn't like blooming onion and my shit don't taste good, and you a person that do not even like onion. That's respectful, right? That's fair. So I talk to them about it. But anything you do, you got to be serious about it. You're going to have to be serious about it. I like collard greens. They got to be seasoned. Yeah, they be seasoned, but they don't like, if you just cook collard greens with the meat, you know, your meat, whatever meat you want to use, your seasoning, your grease, your oil, whatever oil that you use to get them tenderized or whatever. But if you don't add a pinch of sugar, they are naturally bitter. They are bitter. Just like butter beans. If you just boil up some butter beans, they're going to have that little bite. It don't go down smooth. But for a person that like that bite, they love that shit. Well, you ain't going to get that from my house. Because that bitterness has got to be cut. It got to be toned down. Yeah, it got to be toned down. But I'm going to talk to them about it. But they don't like, they think this shit easy. Like I just cut my camera on, I come on here. No, hell no. That's why we stay in trouble with Mr. YouTube. But I've been trying to get my son to do it for years. But I would tell him, you're going to have to be somewhat responsible about what you say on here. You know, you a street nigga, so you can't come on here talking street shit. You know what I'm talking about? So, it's going to take some time. I think it's a little more growing he got to do. Both of them. And we'll get them there. We'll get them there. Butter bean definitely need seasoning. Yeah, and you got to cut that bitterness. Don't make them sweet, but they can't be bitter. Hey, Tiffany Davis, how you doing, sweetheart? But yeah, they had went and got them some food from somewhere, and he was like, Mom, really do. Can't do that in one night, child. We got to get to a computer and set everything up. I guess he thought I could just hit a button. And I definitely can let you do it on my page. Oh no, I definitely will let you do it. It's just this is a business for us all. Regardless of who see it as that or not, this is a business. And that is why you see people fight so hard for what they have built. Like, don't come over here trying to attack Kendrick's Corner because you done fucked up bad now. I done put in a lot of goddamn work to get to where I am, and I'm still climbing, trying to climb, you know? And I'm still being attacked, and I don't care about that. I don't care about that. No weapon formed against me shall be able to prosper. And keep doing what I do, but, you know, I'm not going to set them up for failure because they won't have a channel long at all with that when they don't know the rules. And the rules change so much. YouTube do not play. It's just like being on TV. And this is why a lot of animosity it comes from. You got a lot of people that they don't come on camera. What TV show you ever watched? Now we can put YouTube right on our TV. What TV show that you ever sat there and watched and actually entertained where you couldn't see the people? That's only going to go so far in itself. That being behind that black screen, that's only going to go so far in itself. Second was that shrimp and grits. Good the other night. I don't even know if I cooked it. I was supposed to make jerk chicken, and I put that chicken back in the freezer and went with my man. Good, I wasn't stunned about that cooking. That was good. When I go over here, he cook for me, Chad. He like to cook too. He can cook good. He just spoiled me. I don't be knowing how to act with him. But I cooked some, but it wasn't that. I fixed some and got the hell on. I be loving that, Chad. Oh, Chad, I ain't gonna tell y'all about my business. But he is so good to me. But he always have been. We couldn't get lovable like this. I had somebody, he had somebody. The Smoke Show is on Apple TV. Yes. Me and my baby sat there last night and we watched about 7 episodes. Cause the episodes ain't real long. We had us some Patron, the Silver. We had Patron Silver, some Bud Light, of course. We had our Bud and everything. But we don't smoke in the hive. We go outside, do that. Come on back in. It be so cold in the hive, but we'll wrap up in them blankets and recline on that chair. And watch. Them shows were good. Them some good shows. And we spent all day together till he went to work. And I just really love him. I just really love him. Yeah. I told y'all sometimes timing is everything. He come pick me up and he bring me back home. And I got a whole new ass car out there. Whenever he want, he come pick me up. We go doing what we doing. I stay with him. And then he bring me back home. When we don't having our fun and when ain't just no sex and stuff like we have fun. He was like, baby, I'll take you anywhere you want to go. I said, I was just looking at it, I didn't want to get too excited. And then we was talking about, he talked to me about everything. Everything. But we been friends like that. But we always had this special love for each other on a romantic level. Just didn't go there yet. Yeah. And he was talking about, he got this nice ass fucking Jeep. Them big muscle tire. And he's like, babe, you want to drive? I said, no, because it's too big for me. It's too big. The tires are too big. And I just think I'm too, I don't want to drive it. I ride, and you ride, and he have to put me in the motherfucker. He got a step to go with it. But hell, we forget to let it down. I'm trying to climb in. He just hop right there and put me right on in there. And we go. So, we was talking about Red. Somebody seen his Jeep, and they was like, this bitch is bad as fuck. And they say, but they wanted, they were thinking about getting one, but they wanted red on there. He was like, oh, I don't even like that, I don't even like red. And I said, baby, you don't like red? You know that's my favorite color. He said, baby, it ain't got nothing to do with it being your favorite color. He said, if that's your favorite color, that's for you. If you want a red outfit, I'll buy you one. You want a red purse, I will buy you one. He said, but on my Jeep or anything or clothes I wear, I don't want no red. I said, oh, okay. He said, but that's your favorite color. That's your favorite color. But he got a badass motherfucking Jeep, big boy. Can't go wrong with Patron. Child, we got Patron in there and that Don Julio still in there. That's so beautiful. I love seeing people happy and loving each other. Yeah, and we ain't even got to be doing shit. But just what we doing. We ain't got to be cracking the sky. No. We could just be chilling. That's my baby. That's my baby. He was so happy that I actually sat down. He was like, baby, you ain't gonna be doing that YouTube stuff tonight, is you? And I said, no. Because I be leaving him in the house. We would do up what we do. And then I be like, I'm finna go out here and talk to them for a little while. I be out there for 3 hours with y'all. He be like, she gonna come in the house. So I was like, no, I'm not doing YouTube tonight. And he was like, I really love this, baby. You actually sat here and watched what I wanted to watch with me. He never criticized me for it, but that's what he wanted. So he didn't even have to ask for it, but I just didn't feel like doing, I wanted to just spend time with him. And we sat down and we watched all them episodes. And that shit is so good. It's called Smoke. Y'all know my ADHD ass motherfucker, adult ate the child. I be like, okay, baby, I'll be right back. Where you going? I'm gonna run out here and smoke a cigarette, because we don't smoke in the house. I get out there, and if he don't follow behind me, I get on that YouTube. Y'all ain't gonna be here long sneaking. Before you know it, he be like, you still out here? Oh. Here I come, baby. Before you know it, damn half of the night gone, but he still sit up with me where we can enjoy. But I really do, when I'm with him, I got to back up on how much time I pour into y'all till I get through hanging with my baby. Or, you know, he sleep or whatever, and then I can go live. But While he up cooking and everything, I should have been right in that kitchen with him. Then I go in the house and eat. And then we'll, chill out and watch a little, and then we'll lay down. I should be in there helping him. A man in there cooking for you. He cook for me all the time. And I be out there talking shit with y'all. That is not respectful. Mm-mm. Coming out. It's a damn. It keep it real cold in there. He a big old man. So I go in there and take my shower. He make sure everything. I'm like, I'm good, baby. I'm good, baby. You want me to wash your back? Yeah. I said, you can do that. Wash my back. Wash everything. Turn around. What? Okay, now, baby, you do the rest. Do the rest. What you do? Just so sweet, y'all. He's just so sweet. He's been mistreated for his heart being so big for so many years. And I watched it as one of his very, very best friends. And he mine now. Said, damn sure ain't. You supposed to be doing the cooking. He must be a good dude, though. But he know I cook. I cook. Shit. I told you we worked together for over 23 years. I cooked every day and brought food to work. He stopped by the house. All the guys that stop by the house from the job, I always cook. I cook at his house. But he like to cook too. And he like to cater to his woman. Look, I always cook. Child, I cook every motherfucking day. Yeah, he mine now, girl. He mine. Ain't nobody get him. Ain't nobody get him. That my Italian man, girl. Big old joker. Ain't nobody get him. He just be smiling at me. I said, but why you stare at me like that? He said, okay, you don't want me to look at you. I said, no, it ain't I don't want you to look at me, but you always been like that, but it's a different stare now. I done put this ass on good. All these years, both of us been wanting that, but we just not being able to get to each other like this. And we ain't going nowhere. No, we ain't going nowhere. This I take you wherever you want to go. But he got on me. He got on me. We talked about the situation with my son. When he seen him today, my son was trying to be a little distant because he been knowing him. My child am 31, so he been knowing him over 23 years. My child was trying to be a little standoffish. I said, oh, you ain't going to speak. Because he already know I had already told him about it, right? He already know. Or she done told him about it. He didn't say nothing. So what's going on, man? How you doing? We gave him doubt, gave him hood. He just looked at him. He got them dog eyes. He's a big motherfucker. He looking. He knew what was up. Don't try it no more. He said, baby, you got bruises everywhere. I said, yeah. I had to whoop him. And he looked at him. Everything he bought me. He said, give that to him, let him take it in the house. So I said, come here, baby, get it for him. I said, got us this, and then they got us that. I said, and he just looked at him. And he already know what's up. Don't try that no more. Don't you ever try that no more. He love his mom. Yeah, he do. And I love him too. Yeah, I put it on him, child. Yeah, child. Sure did. But like I say, when they been loving you before they even got that, now that's love. That's love. When they been loving you and you ain't never been sexual with them. Just look, not no regular type of friendship type love. No. I told y'all he was the one that no man was ever good enough for me. And all that right there. That's because you want me. And I want you too. I sure do. And he go to asking them deep questions, and I talk to him about it. Anybody else, I be like, get out my fucking business. I don't know what you been doing. But see, I know this man. This ain't no cheat man. But he just looked at my son. He said, he look real good. He said, I ain't used to seeing him that big. My son got big as fuck. But he looked at him, still gave him love. But that look, man, I love my child, I love my man. But that right there, that you did, don't you ever try that no more. Mm-mm. Yup. And he looked at my whole body. He said, damn, babe. You got bruises everywhere. You fighting. I said, yeah. But he ain't whoop me. He didn't whoop me. But he said, I know that was hurtful to even have to do that. I said, yeah, it was. He said, I know it. He's like, where is he at? I said, he'll be there when we get back to the house tomorrow. I said, okay. He said, oh, mama, he still look the same, boy. That joker there don't play. No, you know. But he know it. He just, that joker there don't play. Still look the same. I got a big old man. He a big old man. Good looking man. And they used to call him rambunctious. Like he said, baby, he said, I don't understand. Because when I was his age, I used to fuck up. He said, you know how my temper was. Because I knew him at that age. I said, yeah. Yeah. You would whoop a motherfucker ass too. But not women. But he done had some fights and some scuffles with women. But he's not a woman beater. My son ain't either. I don't know the fuck that my son is not no woman beater. He's not. They got into what they got into. I don't know what I was saying. I can only see what was happening in front of my face. Some women can do stuff. I don't know what happened before they even came here. I don't know. I just know what I saw when it was here, and I don't allow that. And then she'll sit here like she don't do stuff. But you know, you can irritate a man to a point where they can do so much, and then y'all know what I'm saying. When we want our way as women, but that don't never justify a man putting their hands on you. But before y'all got here, did you put your hands on him? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe so. I don't know. But you get here with me, and I'm supposed to be your protection, but what the fuck happened before y'all got to me? It's never going to be respected. I will never respect that. But what I'm saying is, all I know is what I saw, and I don't see anything that would justify that other than something that happened before y'all got here. Nothing. For that type of shit. But I don't play with my child. All I know is he mine, and I don't play that mess. But yeah, I love my baby. He love me too. Thank you, clap baggers. Cause see, like mine, he got me. Now he don't put his hands on me and nothing like that. But he said, what was wrong with you? He said, you called me a cracker. He wouldn't get off that. He wouldn't get off that. He wouldn't get off that. I said, so we gonna argue about it? He said, no, but you got to explain that to me. You got to explain that to me. Why would you ever call me? I said, I didn't call you a cracker. Y'all know how I tell y'all all the time. You got regular white people that's good people. They heart ain't like that. And then you got them crackers, right? You got black people, that's good black people, then you got them motherfucking niggas. Just because you got the same skin tone, that don't put you in the same category. But because I told him that over a text message, he said, no, you gonna have to explain that to me. Because you call me a cracker. And you know I ain't never been no racist man. So I had some explaining to do too. I did. Yeah. I had some explaining to do too. I ain't lying. But he didn't like the fact that I used cracker. And he said, you called me a cracker. I said, no, I did not. I told you I ain't with that cracker shit. So when you go off, you go off. You damn right. He pissed me off. But you still got to understand where I'm coming from. You just don't like the word, the fact that I use the word cracker. But I done told you I ain't with that cracker shit. But he is an Italian and white man. He's not no cracker. I ain't gonna call you that unless you a nasty, low-down, goddamn, racist ass motherfucker. Backbite. That's a cracker to me. A regular Caucasian white person or Italian white person, that ain't that. That's not that. That's not that for me. It's a difference. It's some real crackers out here now. The ones that hang your ass. He ain't no cracker. He'll fight white folk with your ass. Black folk too. Anybody. That ain't what I call no fucking cracker. But he was upset about that. But I had to explain that. And he still wasn't satisfied. But I said, it is what it is, baby. But I just told you what I meant by that. He seen the word cracker and he said, you call me a cracker. So, hey, you have your disagreements and stuff like that, but it depends on how you disagree. And he still came in there and bathed my ass and wiped me down and rubbed me down and fed me and bought me this and bought me that. Shit, that's what I'm talking about. It's a difference. How you carry your goddamn self. All white people turn around. All the white people around me are 10 white. What you mean like 10? What you mean by that? 10 white. What is that? Like they just good ass white folk. I know a lot of good ass white folk. They don't see you as no color. But a cracker do. A cracker do. And they'll even be nice to you, but depending on who they get around, they'll switch on you. But he did not like, he said, you called me a cracker. I said, no, I did not. You didn't understand what I said. I know you ain't no motherfucking cracker. You understand what I'm saying? But just take a conversation. No arguing, no screaming. He said, well, you gonna have to explain that. Because I did not like that. Because you know, of all people, I ain't never been racist. I said, that's not what I said. He said, yes, you did. I said, well, that's the way you interpreted it. That's not what I said. That is not what I said. I know you. That's not what I said. I know the fucking difference. Maybe you don't, but you know, especially when you're dealing with different races of people when you dating. You might be all right. You got someone, they'll be all right with you when y'all together. Let them fuck around and go to auntie house, they auntie, for dinner, and she sit up there looking at you like a fucking, that cracker she is, don't want you in there. You're a sweet person. You never did that to him. You good folk. But the bitch got that cracker in them. That's what I'm talking about. Same thing. Black people can be like that too. You having a good time with your baby. Time you go to mama house or to the family cookout, they look like, well, who is that white man? Them they being niggas. That's just a man. Yeah, his skin is different from yours, but why he got to be that white man or who that honky? Them niggas. And I would never take my baby around no bitches that I know like that. Now, if I know they like that, I would never do that. And I ain't going around them. That's the thing. I'm not going to hang around them when you ain't with me. And they saying all this racist shit as a black woman. But then, when I take my man around them, I'm trying to act like everything all good. When I know these some bitches don't like white people for whatever reason. My heart ain't like that. I never take nothing I love around no shit like that. I don't give a fuck who it come from. That's the difference, y'all. That's what the fuck I was saying. Do y'all understand me? He didn't like that. But he still came and got me and catered to me. He knew what I was fucking saying when I explained it. I don't do that all that mess. You just mistreat folk because of the color of their skin. And you know these some good ass people. I ain't did nothing to hurt no motherfucking body. But just because you got that warped ass fucking mentality, they can't come around. You ain't gonna do my motherfucking baby like that. Cause I ain't gonna let you. See that I had to explain to him. He alright, Chad. He love the hell like me. I said, child, please. Think I be letting you pick me up, leaving my car, going to another city, down below him. And I thought you was a cracker? Hell no. You ever... Come on now. No, now. You don't go around no crackers like that. Now you end up unalive. You can't go fucking with no crackers like that. That's what I'm saying, y'all. It's different. Hold on, y'all. Is it raining out there though? What's she doing? She ain't trying to get loose here. She's so crazy. She go to run around and run around and run around. I got to well, hold on. But I got 2 birds. Teach y'all about what y'all was talking about. Y'all gonna have to do the work. Y'all gotta learn the laws though. I know y'all are, but I'm talking about with this business stuff. You better you got to head enough. I hope you don't pee on yourself. That's why I'm rushing out of there. I'm gonna teach y'all. They ready to do it, y'all. I'm gonna teach them what to do, but they gonna have to show me they gonna do the work. Said my sister always thank me for treating her kids' father with love and respect. But see, that's what you're supposed to do, red wine. It should go without saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you see somebody don't look like you, why would you any of us just automatically draw an opinion about them. You know, the rest of the family a bit different. Yeah. Yeah, I don't do that. I don't do that. I ain't never been like that, even as a child. But like I told y'all, my mama used to say, if they ain't black, they white. That used to bother me all my life. All my life. But my mama grew up in an era where racism was real big. They couldn't go to the front door. They worked for these people, but they couldn't go through the front door of their house. They had to go through the back door. But they took care of their kids. They cleaned their houses. You know, and stuff like that right there. So I get it. We came from a different time. But regardless of what time we came from, she knew it wasn't right for them to do her like that. So why would you do anybody else like that? Is what I'm saying. You know what you felt like when they did you that way. But see, now, that's why any race under the sun can come around her. But her children and grandchildren had to somewhat kind of force that on her because we didn't grow up like that. We didn't grow up like that. You know what I'm saying? She used to say that used to piss me off so fucking bad. But mama, they my friend. Or she might be an Asian or a Korean or a Hispanic or whatever. And I'm like, mama, don't call her white. She not white. Well, she ain't white. She black or him. But don't call them then if you can't call them properly. And as a young girl, I always had a mouth like that because look, I was respectful with it, but I would say she's not white. That's not a white girl. Or that's not a white boy. Or that is a white boy. If they ain't black, they white. And that just sound ignorant, you know? And it is. But that's how they treated us. Not them, so you shouldn't take it out on them. But, you know, that's how you've been treated before. So, you know, it just, when you know better, you're supposed to do better. Man, that's just point blank and period. And I don't mistreat no motherfucking body unless them bitches mistreat me. And we can go for what the fuck we know. And I ain't gonna give a damn. But if you treat me good, I'm gonna treat you good. If I can walk away from your ass, even if you mistreat... This man tried to run me over one day, and I think I told y'all about this. I was getting out my car at the cigarette store. It was early ones, like, I think it was like a Saturday morning, Sunday morning. And I was getting out my motherfucking car, y'all. And I was locking the door. And I just heard the engine revving. And the Lord said, turn around. And I seen this big ass truck flying towards my car. I ain't looked at them. I don't know who in the parking lot. I'm just getting out my car. They go ahead and give me some cigarette. I turned around and all I seen was the bumper with this big ass truck. And I'm a little bitty shot. You can't have no truck, no way. But I'm a little bitty person, so it look like this bitch finna run me clean the fuck over. I run out the way, and I'm thinking maybe the gas got stuck, maybe they got sick. But when I jumped on the curb, away from my car, I jumped on the curb, the truck came up on the curb. So I said, no, they trying to run me over. It was a white man driving the truck. Hey, Vanessa Pretty Val, how you doing, sweetheart? So the man in the store, he was watching. And when I ran in the store, he was already on the phone with the police. He said he tried to run you over. I never looked at him. But I was just black. I never looked at him. When I ran in the store, I said, oh, please help me. And he said, I got him on the phone. He was telling the police that this man that come there frequently just tried to run this black lady over in the parking lot. They went and found him. Knew exactly who he was. Got it on the camera. They tried to say that he had got sick. That boy said no. But and guess what? That was an Italian boy too. He looked white. He was an Italian boy. He had been working at the store for about goddamn 10 years. He said no. I watched him. She got out her car. She never turned that way. He just came out this store. He got in the truck and went straight towards her car. He was parked this way where he wasn't supposed to be parked. I pulled in the parking space and he came straight for my car. I jumped on the curb. He jumped the curb in his truck. They went down that road, right down that road, and pulled his ass over. And he told him that he was sick. Yeah, you sick, all right. You fucking evil. Yeah, I ain't never seen nothing like that. And I ain't even looked your way. I just got out my car, locked my door, and I heard that engine coming. That bitch was coming straight to me. I ran out the way. He turned that wheel to come where I was. That man was trying to kill me. And I had never seen him a day in my motherfucking life. But I went to goddamn Crystal one morning. And when I did turn around and look, I looked right in his wife's face. She was sitting over there with no emotion, looking right at me. I never could tell you what he looked like. I went to Crystal's one morning. I looked at that goddamn truck out there. I said, Lord, don't let that be them. Don't let that be them. When that lady looked at me, again, because they know what they be doing. Now they through with their coffee and everything, and they ready to go. Because, baby, I slang your cracker ass all over this goddamn restaurant. Bitch, I know. That's her husband. She sat in there, and they were right down the street from the store where he tried to hit me at. The Crystals is right down the street from the store that man tried to run me over at. They got their coffee and got the fuck out of there. I'd have told that lady ass up in that bitch. And she sat there like it wasn't nothing wrong with her husband trying to run me over. Where y'all going? You driving? Oh, you come back. Huh? She finna come get you? Oh. Well, let me get out this live cone and now I'm a business. He was sick, but he wasn't too sick to drive. He was sick because he didn't like black folk and he wanted to run a nigga over. What he thought. But I couldn't see his face. But when I went to Crystal that morning, I never forget that bitch. She was sitting over there on the side of him and she just stared at me. But that man called the police on them. He said, yes, I saw it. He tried to run her over. He tried to run me over. So that's what I'm trying to explain to my baby. Like, people have hate in their heart and you don't know where the fuck it come from. But some people can see you and just don't like you because of the color of your skin. And that's all it could have been because I never looked at his fucking face. I looked at his wife. Because she was on the other side. I seen them bitches in that goddamn Crystal. I knew that was them. I looked at that goddamn lady like, wait a minute, bitch. I'm finna get ready to get you. And they got their coffee. They was sitting down at the table. They got their motherfucking coffee. Cause I was gonna ask them, don't y'all the ones up there at the Lolos that tried to run me over? She seen me getting ready to come over there too. Yeah. I was gonna handle that bitch. I was gonna handle that because I ain't never seen that like that in my life. Somebody just try to run you over. They got the hell out of there. And I go to that Crystal often, and I ain't seen them in that bitch no more. Said, thank you for your truth. May God bless you. I'm just saying, though, y'all. You ain't, if a person is good to you, and they ain't gave you a reason to feel a way about them, then you shouldn't. And like I tell everybody on this internet, just because you don't like a person, if they ain't never done something to me, you can't expect me to feel the way you feel about them. I have to make my own judgment based off the way they've treated me. Not what the fuck they did to you. But I be mindful, depending on what it is they did to you now. Like, wait a minute, now that's some low-down shit. But at the same time, I got to watch for myself. I don't know what you did to them to make you do you like that. So I ain't gonna walk around with the prejudgment on nobody based off who else don't like them or whatever situation they had. You understand what I'm saying? I judge for myself. Says, thank you for your 2 cents. Okay, I read that. That was scary. And the hell, I scared the clerk. That man, it scared him. Cause when I ran in the store, he was already on the phone with the police, and we got a customer out here trying to run another customer over. And she just got out of her car. So yes, that part, let me see for myself. I ain't saying be nobody fool now. When they done told you some real shit by a motherfucker, you might have to be a little standoffish, because if it's in them, they hell, who knows? You might be next. But if it's just a little, oh, I don't like her attitude, I don't like his attitude, or he think he did, well, he can think what the fuck he think, that's her attitude. But if they ain't showed it to me in a way that I feel like I need to back the fuck out, that's y'all shit. That's y'all shit. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just not gonna throw nobody away because somebody else feel a way about them. Yeah, they treat you different. Like, well, I don't like her. And then, well, I don't like him. And if you gonna be around them, well, I get that what it is. You ain't gonna be around me. And if something do happen, it ain't got shit to do with you, shit just happen. But until that person does something to me directly, I will never judge them based on what somebody else says. Unless I've seen for myself without anybody having to tell me the way this person moves, then that I don't do that. I'm a grown ass woman. My mind think for itself. No, I don't do that shit. And there would be a lot of problem on this internet. I don't like them and you over there with them. You don't tell me what the fuck to go. You don't tell me what the fuck to do. Oh, I seen you over there in they chat. Well, hell, bitch, you had to be there if you saw me. So what the fuck you talking about? If you saw me somewhere dealing with a person that you don't like, don't that mean you were there too to see it? So what the fuck you talking? Girl, gone, fuck on. That's what they do though. Oh, you was in so-and-so chat and they were talking about me, but you had to be there to see me over there and they were talking about you. Go where you want to go. When a person click on their live button, you don't know what they're going to talk about. You just there, you speaking to everybody, you don't know what their commentary going to be about. They talk about the weather, they talk about the flowers, talk about their children, and then they get on this bitch ass. Oh, okay. So what you do then, you just sit there and you listen to what they got to say. Because evidently you done did something to them for them to be speaking on your fucking ass. So, but you mad because you saw me speak or whatever. Well, but you were there too. Some people don't like you because another person don't like you instead of getting to know a person for themselves. Yeah, and then none of us don't know each other on the internet. And you just watch the way a person, the way they move. The way they move. Don't none of us know each other. Let's get their money and leave each other the fuck alone. You got to cuss a bitch out from time to time? Okay, run it. But other than that, shit, you can't let that shit make you out here just disagreeing and arguing with every goddamn body. Because everybody ain't on that mess. Some people go through hell and high water in their own highs. So when they come on this internet, they don't want to hear all that extra stupid ass shit. You understand what I'm saying? They come to get away from the shit they already going through. And if you the type that every time they click on your shit, you got some bullshit going on, you'll see what I'm talking about. You're not going to grow. You're not going to grow. I don't come out here on boast and brag about no numbers or nothing like that. But it's a lot of people that been out here a whole lot longer than me. And I have came out here and surpassed many of them. Because my commentary is not like theirs. Everybody ain't on bullshit. And it's not an argument to be had. I'm going to keep doing what the fuck I do and keep growing. And then I'm going to do some new stuff as I continue to grow. But if you on that messy shit, it's only so far you're going to go. especially if it's all the time. And folk gonna get tired of hearing it. Swear to God they are, and they gonna go somewhere else where people ain't doing that. And it's just the way it is. Says exactly that part. I'm still trying to figure out why these people are so freaking obsessed with people they don't know. It's just weird. Imagine how they do people that they do know. If they can sit here and watch you on this thing, don't know nothing about you, and get that type of obsession about you, imagine what they do to the people they get to really see doing the damn thing in their everyday life. Them motherfuckers are dangerous. Tell me, Preston, how you doing, sweetheart? Yeah, imagine that now. I'm telling you. Me and my baby were talking about, just like how in the workplace or whatever, being bosses, whatever, and you got the messy ass employees that just run around and start shit with everybody. They run around and lie. They throw rocks and hide their hand. And you wonder why, why my team can't get a, or what is, you got to find that fucking counselor that's in there. And you got to weed them bitches out. That one that always carrying bones. That one always in your face telling shit. I don't need you to come tell me a goddamn thing because it's my job to watch my crew. I done seen this shit before you ever said it. But see, it take time. Cause I got to get my paperwork together. I'm the fucking boss. I already see what they be doing. I don't need you to keep coming telling me stuff. I'm watching this motherfucker. But as a boss, it's procedures that we got to go by. You ain't got to tell me. Go do what you supposed to be doing. Go do what you supposed to be doing. Because, baby, believe I'm going to do my job. And my job is to manage these people, their attitudes, along with their work performance, all of that shit. It ain't just that you coming in here doing your job. You fucking with everybody while you in this bitch doing your job. And that I would rather you get your ass out of here and get some people in here that know how to do different. But you coming in here and being all that, you not going to work for me like that. But I don't need no tattletale. Because I'm going to do my job. I see the bitch. The bitch get on my nerve. But I can't let y'all know that. Why? Because I'm the boss. I can't show my emotion like y'all can. But I see that motherfucker. I see him over there fucking with everybody. Now watch him. When they come in here, they got an attitude. You study them. I got it, baby. Don't worry about it. I see him. I see him. I can tell by the way they walk in the bitch. This bitch finna start today. Gonna start with me first. Then, when I put them in their play, they gonna go out there on that floor. And then, I'm gonna have to say, let me talk to you for a minute. Because I already know you were gonna do it. Then we ain't finna do that today. We ain't finna do that today. They come in a bad mood. They want to put everybody else in a bad mood. It ain't gonna happen. I did that shit for over 30 years, baby. I know how to read a motherfucker. Like I said, I can tell the way they breathe, with the look on their face when you tell them something, or what new procedure, we can't do. We've been doing it like this, but we got to do it like that. You already know the motherfucker gonna get the Brennan they got their mind. They're gonna be the one you got to send home for the day. Cause you gonna go out there and you gonna try to make everybody else they cool with it, but it's gonna be that one. Why we got to do that? She always did. The company said we got to do this. I'm just the messenger. But now I be damn, I'm sick of you damn mom now. Tell you what, you just go on home, calm down. But you got a lot of people that come home, they're coming there mad from what they had at home. A lot of people know how to separate their shit. A lot of people don't. They'll think they're gonna come in there and make the whole company mad because their wife cussed them out. Or she didn't cook last night. She said she didn't want him no more. And think everybody supposed to give a fuck about that. Say, Kendra, I work part-time for a company that provided EPA help. And the most miserable people are the biggest crybabies. Yep. And see, I didn't even trust that either. Because although they said that employee protections, that assistance, they said it's confidential, but I don't think so. I really don't think so. Depending on what you go in there and tell them people, it's going to get back to HR. It's going to get back to HR. So I just assume if you got insurance, depending on what you tell them and what's going on, they gonna tell them. They be cricket. They gonna tell them. And you wonder why a lot of employees get treated a certain way, an employee assistance program. Yeah, because they go in there, tattling on the damn owner. Think they ain't gonna tell them. Because we want this program to stay in existence. And they pay us to have this. So I tell them, some shit you just got to goddamn go to your doctor, you know, somewhere. But you going through that company, they're going to tell. They gonna tell. I worked at a goddamn low life to ass company. They're going to tell. That lady that come in there and they had their meetings and they want to tell y'all all about the program. Guess what? HR got her direct number. They're going to tell. Baltimore, I hope you don't believe that. They're going to tell, depending on what you say. Yeah. Now, if you just talking about your family and what you got going on, but if you talking directly about that company itself, they're going to tell what you said. Yep. That's why you tell them it's available, but only use it if you deem it to be trustworthy. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. But if you do need an outlet, if you got, you know, family stuff going on, that's one thing. But if your issue is with that company itself, I suggest you go to an outside source. Because a criker is going to tell on your ass. If you took the time to go in there and get that goddamn number, says I'm a therapist who provided coverage. Yeah, you the therapist. Yeah, you the therapist. But they got numbers to see if this program is still worth providing to the company, depending on how many employees actually use it. And when it comes to a criker, if they want to know something about you, whatever that therapist turn in, you turn it in to somebody that they can pay to tell. Yeah, I know what I know, baby, I know. You the therapist, but whatever you submit, depending on what it is, it's ways for us to know what the fuck was said. Yeah. Yeah. We used to have this thing that they call the damn suggestion box. The suggestion box. You do turn it in somewhere because the analytics got to show that the employees are actually using it. It's turned in somewhere. You're not the therapist is not the only one it stops with. No, because if this person got to go through FMLA, it's got to be turned in somewhere. It don't just stop with you. It don't just stop with you. This person got medical needs that they got to take time out work. It got to be turned in somewhere. So we don't turn in the session though. But whatever, you turn it in something somewhere that's gonna deem them, because they got to hold their job if it's something that they got to be out of work for. It's turned in somewhere. Wherever you submit your notes to, it's turned in somewhere. Well, you turn it into the insurance company. No, but what I'm saying is, based off whatever they come and talk to you about, if it results in them having to take FMLA, it's got to be documented somewhere as to why. You're turning it in somewhere. Somewhere. Yeah. If not, what are you documenting it for? It's turned in somewhere. And as a therapist, you ought to know that. You know that. You take the notes. You submit it. Where do they go once you submit it? It's going somewhere. Because when they come in, based on what they use their service for, and it's requiring them time, 3 to 6 months to take out work, they got to have documentation as to why. And that's coming from y'all. Like, come on now. I've worked in this shit forever. It's got to be on file. It got to be submitted to their doctor. After you get it, your service is free. Whatever is free through the company. But some of that stuff extends to, it got to go to their doctor. You got to turn them notes in as to what your findings were, and then they come back to the company. Yeah, their medical records don't have to be submitted all at one time, but they got to be submitted. A code. Yeah, right. Right. But all I got to do is just pay the motherfucker to tell me what the code mean. We got money like that. That's what I'm saying. Money talk. Money talk. I work for a crooked ass company like that. If they want to know anything about you, they gonna buy it. They gonna buy it. Yes, this corporation that I work for, good Lord have mercy, got buku money. They can buy it. Yep, they can buy it. Because keep in mind, before you went to them, you already been calling in. They got that documented. You done went up there and asked them for the information to talk to them. Yeah. Yeah. They can buy what they want to know. But that ain't nothing new. I know that, Dawn. I know they different. But EAP sometimes fall in line with FMLA depending on what is wrong with you. You got to go through your company to get FMLA and your doctor. I've had it. You got to get it paperwork from your doctor in order for your job to hold your job. It's got to come from the doctor. Yeah. Say, you in Google a diagnosis code. You can buy whatever you want to buy. When you come from a company that I came from, they can buy your ass and buy you right up out their company. They crooked. That's why people stopped using it. They went to their own therapist. They did not use employee. They didn't use it. Like, how she know this? And when you talking to a crooked ass HR, when they like that, oh, they gonna slip up and say some shit that only that therapist or that doctor know. That's why the employees stopped using it. They stopped using it. That's why they let everything to go through the company, so they got a channel where they can grab it when they need it. They want everything to go through the company. They were low down in the motherfucker. Look at lawyers. You got enough money, a lawyer will know your ass guilty and get you out. And get you out. I'm a private therapist, and my credentials are worth more than somebody's job or a flip company. Yeah, but see, you the therapist. But see, they know the one that come out there and get the program set up and everything. They ain't even talking to you, because they know you can't tell all that. But they're going to get what you turned in, and they're going to buy it. And the bitch said I was abusing it. I told her, you can't tell me. The same thing, look, I done seen the same, man, let me tell you. Same thing, Miss Gigi, with that goddamn workman's comp. I done seen that too. They had two ladies that they kept going to them workman's comp doctors. Hey, baby, how you doing? They kept going to them workman's comp doctors and talking about this was wrong and that was wrong. Them bitches got in there and paid them folks to say, is she telling y'all or y'all saying that by what y'all detected on her that she's not here? How would they know that? Did what they told them. They say you got to be on goddamn light duty. We don't offer light duty. And why you, whatever you can do while you here, and this little time until they goddamn deem you to be cleared or not, we taking you back down to motherfucking minimum wage. Do you know them bitches got healed real fast? Because they couldn't live off that. How would they know that? How would they know that? They got healed. Oh, that foot when they wrong with that foot no more. And when they wrong with that other one back no more. Because them workman comp doctors, they bought them. Let me get out here, y'all, because too much activity going on around me. I'll holler at y'all in a minute. I love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all later. What's going on? Who are